Welcome everybody and happy Saturday. So excited the subject today, and like we told you last week, we're going back to the basics, and I did this a few years back and call it the GPS to diamond, because actually it is the GPS to diamond, right? But like the GPS, we had to put some information as where we're going. Like on our way over here to Vegas, we had to tell we put the GPS so that way they can guide us. They can tell us about the traffic and how long it was going to take us to get here. We know how to get here. It's just a straight, right? Everybody knows, but we still put it in there so that way they can tell us what was going on. So, and that's what we're going to talk. The first thing I want everybody, and if you have a pencil, go and get it, and a piece of paper, because I'm going to ask you to do the first thing, and after I show you this, I'm going to share my screen so that way right here. Okay. So, and this one right here, see, I'm being nice to you guys, and I'm not going to ask you what it takes to get to diamond. I'm giving it to you, and you can get this. Put it in the very beginning. I used to have that in front of my computer. So every time when I would turn my computer on, I'll go and see what it takes to get to diamond. To, of course, mine it was to get to crown. But I cannot decide. Your coach cannot decide. Nobody can decide where you want to go. You have to decide yourself where you want to go, to what level you want to go. We all see the potential on everybody here. I see the potential on you guys, and I say, oh my God, but she's a crown. She has everything. But if you don't really want it, and then there's nothing we can do, literally. Okay, we cannot help you. We can give you the tools. We can show you how to get there. But if you don't really want it, there's no way we can get there. Okay. So if you can take a screenshot, put it as the background of your computer. So every time when you open your computer, you can see that. Because again, if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? We're not going to get there. You need to get to where you need to know exactly what it takes to get there. What is the volume? How many active enrollees? Okay, how much volume, personal volume you have to have. And as you can see, when fast start to climb to diamond is when everything starts the structure. To diamond, green diamond, blue diamond, black diamond, everything. After that, you need to have what? A team behind you. You want to get to any from executive and above, you need to have a team. We're not going to get there if we don't have a team. If we don't build that team, we cannot get there. And you're going to probably get tired of me saying that, but it's the truth. Okay. In the past, I had people saying, oh, no, I can do it by myself. Yeah, you can do it by yourself. You can sell a lot of products, and you can be a good executive and a solid executive, and you can keep going to an executive, but the work that you have to do is too much. But with a team, and you guide your team, you can do it. The first thing I'm going to ask you, get a screenshot of this, put it in your computer, know your numbers. Right now, if Ram asked me, Lucia, I need to get to diamond. And then I'm going to say, well, what it takes to be to diamond. And the numbers have to come out of your fast. Oh, okay, 15,000. Sometimes I ask people and they go, well, I think it's 30 to diamond. Or no, wait, 25. And then I said, no, go and check at the compensation plan. And then they started me asking question, what's the AE, GQV? Know all this, okay? That's the very first thing. Know your numbers, okay? And the best thing to do it, so that way you don't go back and you're not going to look for your notebook or something, put it as a screensaver in your computer. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to draw some circles, and I want you to do it with me. Everybody can do it with me. Okay. Because again, I can draw the circles, and I can say, Dominic, you have everything to become a crown. A crown, royal crown. Forget a crown, royal crown. You have everything. But if Dominic really doesn't want it, it's not going to happen. I don't care what anybody said. It's not going to happen. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you guys ever heard about the book Making the First Circle Work. Making the first circle work. And like everything else, right? Once that we start doing that, uh, the other day I opened the computer, the internet, and guess what? Um, yeah, right. I think it's pretty good, right? I don't know what you think about that, but anyway, um, and then Eric Warrior start talking about making the first circle work. The first circle, and I'm going to put it right here. The first circle is you. Okay, that's you right here. Making the first circle work. I'm not even going to talk about the UBTs, the points the company gives you. The points, don't take me wrong. Take advantage. They're there. Grab them. Don't mess around with that. Grab them. They give it to you. Grab them. But I'm going to talk, if you want to make like the real money constantly, 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 let's get you to build a team. So this is you. Everybody, when you first came into the business, they're going to ask you, how do you guys, what pack do you purchase? Well, I purchased the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. In my opinion, everybody should start with that one. You want to start the business, you start with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. That's your kit. That's what you're gonna eat. And sometimes I said, it's like, what's gonna be my investment in this business? And I said, whatever you're gonna eat, that's gonna be your investment. You're gonna eat the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation every month. You're gonna eat that. So, and I'm gonna go, and here you're gonna have 250 BB. We are going to build teams. If you don't have a team, you're not going anywhere. You're going to be a beautiful executive. You're going to requalify as an executive day and night. You're not going anywhere. So right here, so what I ask you to do, right, is last week for your homework, log and do your inventory and your line. What is the inventory in your line? Inventory is the people that you have on the front line. How many people do you have? Brand partners. Okay. Right here is customers. I put customers right here. These are my customers. They count as my volume? Heck yes. Yes. All the volume counts right here. Okay. Am I going to ask you to build 3 teams? No. Build more than 3 teams. I'm your mom. Don't make the same mistake the mom made to build only 3 teams. Okay, I made that mistake. I'm correcting it right now, but build minimum, I'm going to say, minimum of 5 teams. Okay, and like Eric Worre said, told them the truth. If you're going to be hungry during your process of when you start your detox, told them the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Oh, and my experience of being in network marketing, even if you have 20 people underneath, front line underneath you, another 20 people is going to go to the top. It's gonna be only a percentage, and probably it's going to be only 3 people. Besides, the compensation plan says 3 up to Royal Crown, I believe. Okay, see right there. Why I haven't got to Royal Crown? I don't know what it takes to get to Royal Crown. Okay, so I need to get my numbers. I remember in the past when I was, I don't know if you remember this, Carolina. Every time when I asked Carolina, I said, "What is your goal?" And you know what she said? Royal Crown. And I go, "Well, I know, but what is your goal for this month?" It's like Royal Crown. See, what is your goal? And she knew the numbers. Okay, so build minimum at 5 teams. And the reason is, in case one of the teams just disappears, because they will disappear, you're going to have 4 and you're still going to qualify. So you're going to have, I always say, um, I'm going to put right here because every time when I'm here, we given my team. If you don't have a team yet, and you say, well, I don't have 5 people that are working my front line. Guess what? Do me a favor. Do make the circles and put any city. So I'm going to put Las Vegas right here because I want a team right here so that way I can keep coming back. I want to come back like every month. So, and then the other day occurs to me when Carolina showed up with a person that she met on across the street from my house, and now she become a brand partner, and I go, that's in Santa Monica. What am I doing? I don't have a team in Santa Monica, right? So I'm gonna put Santa Monica. Okay. What is the city where you wanna build? And Michael always says, I overheard somebody they're saying them probably they're gonna move to somewhere else or something. Okay. Don't move until you build a strong team in there. Don't move. And if you don't know, trust me, if it was up to me, I think as soon as I find my team over here in Vegas, I'll be staying here for like a weeks at a time, 1 or 2 weeks at a time, until that leg is very strong. Okay. I don't have kids, but I know if I don't take Luna out, my dog, guess what's going to happen? All kind of kidney problems, all kinds of stuff. So when you get a leader, okay, I'm not even going to call it a superstar. Superstar is a lead is different than, in my opinion, is different than a leader. When I find that leader that wants to lead a team, okay, put it in here. You don't have anything, put it in here so that way you can see. I'm very visual. Michael get the whole trip to here over here is talking to me about if we do she's talking about numbers, and I said I have a headache because I need to see it. I need to write it down. So what is the city that you want to build in? So I want to build in Las Vegas and Santa Monica. I already have one in Arizona, right? You know who that is. Okay. And I already have one in LA. Well, underneath this, I already have one in LA, right? And I have one in LA right here. And I have one in Florida right now. Okay, right here. I have one in Florida. Okay. My strongest legs is the one that and when I said build that the city is because the main leader lives there. Okay, so he lives in Arizona, and underneath him is one in LA. If I remember correctly, he didn't move until he had a team underneath him, very strong team, very, very, very strong, 2-star crown, and then another crown underneath him. Okay, and so I'm gonna have right here is Las Vegas, Santa Monica. I have one in Florida, and I have one in Los Angeles, in LA, right here. Now I want to get to Diamond. Okay, so all the volume counts towards you, everything that everybody does. Okay, it's not Michael only saying this, but the experts in network marketing are saying this: build the foundation and build deep, because once that you build deep, the money will come out from underneath. That's where you're going to get. You build your first level right here, everybody on your first level, and you support all the leaders in the first level. So that way they can make their first check. Okay? How much that check can be? It can be $100, it can be $300, whatever that check is going to be, we're going to support them so that way they can start paying at least, the very least, their cell phone. And then what they're going to do, because whatever we do, if we do this, because this is me right here, this is you, we're making the first circle work. I'm buying my ULT. I need to qualify as a diamond so that way the rest of my team will qualify too. The rest of your team, and they're going to look up to you and they're going to say, well, am I need to ask Lucy how to get to Royal Crown? Probably not, because she is not a Royal Crown yet. So they're going to keep looking to see where they can get some advice. Probably they're going to get advice from me, but they're going to say, but I need more because I need to get to Royal Crown. And that's why we say making the first circle work. I can guarantee you, you get to Green Diamond, people underneath you, your leaders underneath you, they're going to follow. But if you don't have this structure, you're not going anywhere. So you already took a picture of the qualification. You need to 15,000 BB to get to diamond, 15,000. And you have to have 3 consultants. One of your legs is going to go wild, no matter what you do, it's going to go big, and you're not going to be able to stop that. One of your legs. And it's okay. That's where you want. You want one of your legs to go big. Don't stop the momentum. Mike always say, don't get in their way. Don't stop the momentum when they're growing. Okay? So as long as you have this one, right here, my Arizona team is qualifying as a diamond. He qualifies as a diamond. And then my LA team qualifies as a consultant. And my Florida qualifies as a consultant. I am a diamond because I have more than 15,000 BB in my Arizona team. And then I have LA 1,000 and Florida 1,000. So I'm a diamond. And then they're going to ask me, what's the next level, Lucy? Well, we need to get to Green Diamond. Green Diamond this month? Yes, Green Diamond this month. What it takes. I made the mistake, and I'm sorry if it was one of you, that I said, well, take a look at the compensation plan. I do going to send you to go and take a look at the compensation plan, but the first time I'm going to tell you, you need 30,000 BB, and then you need 3 directors, and you need 6 active enrollees. It can be a combination of customers and brand partners. But can you do me a favor? I'm very visual. I don't know if you are or not, but can you take a look at the compensation plan and print it? At least, the very least, print this part, and I will send it to that person. Okay, it's like Carolina said, give them the tools, give them the script. If you asking them to do something, show them how, and let's give them the tools. One of the great tools is our compensation plan, and I don't think we talk about that enough. Another thing before I move on to this, take a look at the compensation plan. I'll pull it up in a minute. And how much money do you need to make? And if you haven't done that, I urge you to, as soon as we get out of this call, make a list of all your expenses, everything, the rent, your cell phone, gas, everything that you are spending, and say, to cover my expenses, I need the very, very least, Lucy, $7,000. Great. And then guess what? I'm going to guide that person to the very minimum blue diamond, black diamond, the very minimum black diamond. Communicate with your leader, your coach, your crown. Communicate with them and let them know, by March, I need to become a green diamond. I am a green diamond by March. And then probably your coach is going to ask you, where are your circles? Where is your circle? How much you buying yourself? I'm going to tell you, and Michael said, we all have to buy the ULT every month, and eat it. Because the first thing we have to do is be product of the product for this to work. So it shows that we eating it. Okay, so you're spending the ULT every month, perfect. And if you don't, we have more than 50 products and the company. Let's pick something. So, any questions or something that you guys want to add? Carolina, I know, I don't know if you can because maybe you have the baby, but I worked with Carolina in the very beginning with the circles like this. So go ahead, Ra, go ahead.
If I can see myself. All right. The circles are necessary for you to imagine what is going to happen. Nothing in this world is created without somebody first envisioning it. And so that's the reason why the circles are important. And also, when I read Making the First Circle Work, what I was imagining was the circle around me, like making that work. So it would be like that circle that Lucy drew, how to make all of those people work. And making this first circle work isn't necessarily about that circle. It's about you, the one that has the Y in it. That's what the book Making the First Circle Work means. It's like making you work because you're the one who's responsible for building that first circle. And so even though the first circle technically are those other people, you're the one that manifests that to be. And I think that if you don't have a circle of people around you, writing, like Lucy said, those circles out is a form of journaling. And it's the first step to fill that in. Because when you start thinking, like when we got on this call, Esteti was talking about moving to Greece, and she was like, she had this vision, and you can kind of hear it in her voice that she's going to go. She's already started to talk to people there. It's the same thing. When we start drawing lines off of us to other people, we're like, well, I don't have brand partners. Yeah, but you put an empty circle there, and now you can start thinking to yourself, how do I make this happen? And then that's when the answers come to you. And this is what we did. We did this. We drew these circles all the time when we were first starting. And sometimes we would have names in them. And some of them were like probably some people on this call who are in our downline. And we have high hopes for them. We have high intentions for them. And we call them to support them. And we can kind of figure out eventually if they're willing to and able to launch if that's in their timeline. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But without a leader that's making that intention within themselves and then reaching out to people, see if they want to become a brand partner first. And then once they become a brand partner, are they ready to rock now or not? Do I need to find another brand partner? That's what the circles are. It's about you setting intentions and then manifesting, and then also teaching your team to do the same thing. Because Lucy mentioned this several times that if you're not Royal Crown, you can't teach somebody to be Royal Crown. If you're not a crown, you can't teach somebody to be a crown. So what that means is that by you building your circle around you, you learn the lessons that are necessary to guide a team. And I think it's a beautiful thing. That's one of my favorite reasons why I'm doing this business is because we're setting intentions and then we're working with manifestation, which is really where my true passion lies, is how to control like what are the secrets of reality. And I get to practice and play with them and watch other people practice and play with them within this business model.
Love it. Thank you, Rod. I just wanted It's true what I said. It's like, how can I even go? And I'm gonna put my example, and I'm kind of like embarrassed, but it's the truth. How can I, Ryan, Carolina will ask me how to get to Royal Crown if I'm not there at Royal Crown yet. Okay. So I'm working on it right now. It's like, I know I said it before, but I'm relaunching my business and that enough. So when are you gonna say this is enough that we had to go to the next level? I think I'm hitting a wall right now. I'm like either, and Michael said it, and trust me, it has a lot of tears and fighting between us and husband and wife and everything. It's like, you love the lifestyle that you have? I go, yeah, I love it. And then keep working towards your goal. What is your goal? Go ahead, Carolina.
I wanted to say that if you feel inauthentic because you're not a crown and you want to be a crown, start following the crowns. Do what the crowns do. Start mimicking the crowns. Like, I want to be a five-star crown. So guess what? I watch everything Melissa Hanson does. I literally follow her footsteps. Whatever she tells me to do, I do it. Whatever she's doing, I do it. I listen. I mimic the action, the income producing activities, everything she does because you want to follow the person that you want to become, right? So start doing the things that these people are doing. Like Sonia is a five-star crown. What is Sonia doing? Do you think Sonia is sitting back all week doing nothing, not recruiting? You think she's not going outside and meeting people intentionally or preparing trainings, preparing slides, hiring people? Like she hires people from outside to help her realize like what's missing, what's leaking in my business. Like all these things are the things that I look at and I mimic them. And I'm like, okay, who do I hire? Who do I talk to? What next presentation do I do? Where am I missing? Um, Start acting like a crown and then that will put you into the vibration of a crown. Like if let's say that there's an overweight person, a very unhealthy overweight person, and that super unhealthy person starts following um they start following Esther steady. Let's pretend that that person starts riding in the bike, eating superfoods, everything she does that unhealthy person will do. What's going to happen to that unhealthy person in like 6 months, in a year? It's going to become healthy, right? Because it's mimicking, it's doing everything the healthy person's doing. So eventually, that unhealthy person will be healthy. So it's following the footsteps of somebody that is actually embracing that energy. And that's what's going to get you to a crown. I remember I went to Lucy and I said, Lucy, who was the first royal crown? Do you have the magazine? You gave me the magazine. I was like, how did she dress? Like every time I go to convention, I wear a similar dress. Like that little tight blue dress is very similar to the blue dress that girl, that royal crown, the only royal crown that Purium has, was wearing. And everything is intentional. Start mimicking all these things. Like every time I'm falling back, I'm like, what is Melissa doing? What is Sonia doing? Like, what are the five-star crowns in the company doing? Because that's what I need to be doing. I don't think about what is a two-star crown doing. Like, it never crosses my mind to do what a two-star crown is doing, right? So that's what I strongly recommend that you guys do because I did feel unauthentic recruiting people. I remember I was on the phone with somebody that I was trying to recruit and she was like recruiting a few brand partners. She was trying to pick who did she like the best to sign up with. And at the time we had another Royal Crown. No, no Royal Crown. We had another five-star crown and her name was Sarah and she interviewed me and she interviewed Sarah. And Sarah was like a three-star crown or something, and I was a diamond. And I remember that the prospect said, you know what? I decided to join with Sarah because Sarah has more experience than you do. And I was like, and I cried for like a full day. And I was like, she decided to sign up with Sarah, not with me. And then I'm like, but Sarah is a three-star crown and I'm a diamond. I mean, it makes more sense that you would choose her because she has more experience than me. And then I said, you know what? I need to become a crown. So then they choose me and not
Yep.
the diamond. And that motivated me. So find something that motivates you. Like I'm motivated by fire. I'm motivated sometimes by competition, which I'm letting go of, especially now that I'm a mom. Like I can't lead from that place. But find something that inspires you and follow that person and do everything they do. And not only like people from our company. Like I follow top earners of every MLM, like every MLM, Monet, Herbalife, Isogenics, all these other companies. I follow all the top earners of these companies, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they top earners that I'm not doing? And I try to do those things over and over.
I love it. And that thanks for that, Carolina, because that was my next thing I was gonna say. Okay. Talk to people that has already been on the top. That's one of the homeworks. Okay. And you're right. I mean, I love this for another company, this girl that I follow, Anna, and I just sometimes I made a video of what she was talking about. I haven't released it, but I made a video about and I even dressed like her. It's like, and then another one, an older lady too, and guess what? Cut my hair and then put my jewelry and everything, and I made the video. So find somebody that you can relate to, so that way you can mimic them by next week. Find somebody. It doesn't have to be Imperium, like Carolina said. There are a lot of leaders up there that we can learn from there. Adam, you have a question you need to type? Go ahead.
Thanks so much, you guys. So this year at convention, Tracy Fujiyama was talking about and showed us how to use AI and ChatGPT, where we can upload, like say we want to get to Crown, we upload all the information, the compensation plan, upload the IPAs, and then it gives you like a detailed thing of what to do every day, what your goal is every day. It'll send you a reminder. I'm wondering who's done that, because that's on my list of to do, where I'm going to be, trying these different things. And I'm wanting to know, like, have you guys done this? And has anybody seen more success with it?
I just start doing it. I did ask. Okay, and be ready. Okay, be ready because it's a lot of work. Okay, but you want to get there? That's the question. Okay, a lot of people say, "Oh, but I want to be like 5-star crown." Are we willing to do the things that 5-star crown is doing?
Yeah, and it has like everything in your face, and so it gives you like exactly like the detailed thing of like what you have to do, so as for that support. And so if you follow it, you do it. But yeah, I'm just wondering if anybody's done that. I haven't really heard about it since she talked about it.
I personally haven't. And what I learned through the years, because I've been doing this for 8 years, almost 8 years, is that there's just so many DMOs, so much information out there. There's just so much that worked for some person. Like what worked for me last year, it absolutely does not work for me today because I have a baby and it's absolutely ridiculously different. That the common denominator in absolutely everything, and the only thing that's going to get anyone to the next level is recruiting. It's just more talking, more recruiting, more recruiting. It is an absolute numbers game. I was like stuck as a diamond for a year, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing wrong because I thought I was doing absolutely everything that was possible to do. And I wasn't making the circles work. I wasn't duplicating. Like the root cause came to the duplicating because I was enrolling at least 12 brand partners per month. On the low end, 8 brand partners per month. And I remember like back in the day I used to move volume and people, and I would have like 6, 7,000 points that I would move underneath somebody. Like every month I had like 6, 7,000 new points, like brand new points. And it all came from selling and recruiting, but I wasn't duplicating. And I was like, why am I not duplicating? I can't crack the code to duplicate. I don't know how to duplicate. And I will say it to this day, I still don't know how to duplicate, but what I do know about duplication is that it's a numbers game. You recruit until you find the right person. And that's what happened to Troy with us. Like he wasn't duplicating for a very long time. And guess what? he signed up somebody that had motivation, that was coachable, that was willing to do the work, and duplicated. So you're only going to duplicate when you find the right person that wants to do this business. And it starts with being clear when you enroll them, the pre-qualifying conversation. And if there's something that Leslie Zen used to talk about that I took away is the qualifying conversation, like being honest up front. There are Zoom trainings that you have to attend. If you decide to do this, these are mandatory, they're non-negotiable. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to listen to me because I can take a horse to the water, but I can't make it drink. Like you set the foundation at the beginning. And then if they're not duplicating, it's a numbers game. I remember I talked to Melissa Hanson a couple of like maybe 2, 3 years ago, and I was like, Melissa, how are you getting so many people through Fast Start? What are you doing? And she said, Caroline, you know this. It is a numbers game. She's like, I go through the same attrition than you, but I just talk to more people and you choose to enroll more people. And I know that's exactly what it is because I've seen every crown that I've gotten into crown. They talk to a lot of people until somebody sticks.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a numbers game. It is 100% numbers game. There's like no magic formula. It's just a numbers game. The person that recruits the most will always win.
Yeah. And that's what we did in the beginning, Mike and I. And we just talked the other day, and I said we had to get into the same mode because that's exactly what we did. And the company said, oh, I don't know if you heard this, oh, you don't need inventory with this company. Or you don't need to carry any inventory. You do need to carry inventory. They're lying to you when they said, and the inventory is people. The more people that you bring to the company, the better chance that you're going to get to the top. It's like Carolina said. We had to recruit. Maybe most of them going to be customers. Let them be customers. I love customers because I make immediate money. I made money again, right? So recurred. And what it works maybe for me, maybe it will not work for Carolina. What it works for Carolina, maybe it's not going to work for Adam. So find your way. That's why talk to people, follow people on social media, successful people. So that way, what it works for Anna, maybe it's not going to work for me because we're not the same. We don't have the same energy. We carry something different.
I started, Lucy, I started reading the How to Win and Influence People book
I love
again.
it. Love it. Mm-hmm.
I walk a lot with the baby, so I was like, okay, well, I listen to this book again because I honestly forgot like the information that was in the book. Sometimes we have to read things multiple times. And at the beginning of the book, he talks about how this engineer worked at this company and had 314 employees. And it honestly was 314 enemies because that he was really aggressive on the way that he talked to his staff. And his staff wouldn't perform. They wouldn't do the things that he would tell them to do. And I feel that some of us might have a team. Maybe we have 314 customers or brand partners, but they're not really doing the things that we want them to do, right? And it happens because of the way that we are talking to them, in the way that we are relating to our team. And Raw, remember back in the day before I hit Crown, I was saying, no one's doing anything. I'm so frustrated. People are liars. Everyone's lying. They join the business. They say they want to create an income and like make this money, and then they get distracted and they quit. They're all liars. I need to find my superstars. Remember? And then you're like, what if you think about your team differently? What if your superstar is already in your downline? You're just not seeing it because of how you are relating to them. And guess what happened? That exact team took me to Crown. Wasn't anybody new. It was that exact same team that took me to Crown. When I reframe how I was looking at my team, instead of seeing them as losers, I was like, I'm gonna see my team as winners. As like they all have the potential. They just need a little different conversation with me. And in the book, he talks about engineering, for example, is 15% about engineering and 85% about human engineering. But no one teaches human engineering. We're leading humans. and humans have emotion, and the way that we learn to relate to humans in a different way, we can start being more productive. And yeah, it's frustrating at times. Like I give birth to a baby. It's been 3 months. Before those 3 months of giving birth, I was pregnant for 7.5. And I've been exhausted, like to the point that I don't have any energy or desire to do anything. But I know that I'm relaunching my business and I know what I have to do. And guess what I have to do? I have to recruit. Because if you don't recruit, you can't duplicate. If you can't recruit, you can't train anyone. If you can, you can have the master, you can have the book, the Bible of
That's it.
network marketing. Literally, you can have the Bible of network marketing. And I believe I have a Bible of network marketing. I have so many resources. I've created DMOs, duplication worksheets, understanding everything. Literally, I created the book, the transformation book that all of you guys use. I created everything, literally the Bible of network marketing, and it won't work. Nothing's going to work if you don't have enough people. So the solution is to recruit.
Yeah.
Once you start recruiting, all your problems are going to go away. Literally, all your problems will go away.
Oh my God, Carolina, do you were in the bedroom when Mike and I were talking about that? Because literally, um, see, because I did my homework, I was doing inventory. My everybody was there. I was doing the inventory, and and I look at Michael and said, "We need new people. We need new blood. We all need to rebuild. Love the people that's there, okay? Because I love you guys. Oh my God, more than anything, okay? But we need new people for duplication for this all the systems that we have in place to work. Okay, we need that. Okay, so we're running out of time. So I urge you to do the circles. And if you don't want to show it next week, you don't have to have names. Lori, if you want to go to come to LA, start looking for somebody in LA so that way you have somebody in LA. Okay, Carolina really woke me up the other day when the couple there they live like very close to me, and they start building the team, and I go, what about me? I need to build a team in Santa Monica. So my circle in there doesn't have a name yet, but it's there. Santa Monica, Las Vegas, I always have that. And I had a team right here in Las Vegas, but like everything else, right? They become customers. Go ahead, Michael, so we can close.
Well, the when Carolina talked about this lady that lived in Santa Monica. Well, her husband was walking his dog. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Carolina has a dog, a great dog. So it's easy for her to just say something to somebody, or maybe say hi to the little puppy, the doggy. I gave a gift card yesterday to the guy who checked us in to this hotel. You know, will he use it? Will he follow it? I really had a private conversation with him for a few minutes after Lucy left the front desk, and Lucy's sister, because I wanted to get a little more personal with this guy to let him know that I could show him how to have a better life. I could show him how to have a more simple lifestyle, and he'll be healthier than he's ever been in his life, because he was about maybe 70 pounds overweight. Okay. But everything that you're hearing here today, it is about, if you don't want to talk to people, then you really don't want to be in business. It's that simple. If you don't want to use the social media like Raw's a master on social media. Carolina, Dominic, you all have certain techniques in this social media. You want to meet people, because everyone deserves to make a residual income. And when they start making a residual income, they start realizing the joy of this lifestyle. And then they start eating Purium and see that we have the best superfoods on the planet. When Lucy's talking about making that first circle work, let me just share the screen for 1 minute. Will you, Lucy?
I think you
Make
are
me a co-pilot, or what do you call
a co-host.
them? Co-host.
Okay, I hold that one. Go. Okay.
This is, what's this here?
Now, probably you're going to have the same problem.
What's that?
that you can share.
I can't screen share.
No.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just saying, if you have a goal, like Lucy said, the ultimate lifestyle is a great pack to get started on from a nutrition point of view and from a business point of view. You get 250 BV and you get 50 GV because you're getting your brand partnership. So it's 300 BV actually altogether. 250 plus 300 plus 50 GV. That's 300 points you're getting towards qualification. So do me a favor and really look seriously at what the heck, the BV that you're getting. So if your goal is to have 250 BV, which should be every brand partner's goal every month, and after you do the ultimate lifestyle a few months, you get a core 4 and 3 or 4 products and 2 or 3 products, you're at 250 BV, and that should be a commitment every brand partner should make. It's just part of the Bible, okay? And then build $1,000 in customers, and teach. And when what as Carolina was saying, she had to find a lot of brand partners before people duplicated, before one of them got busy and showed they wanted to do it. So you might have to sponsor 15, 20 brand partners to get 3 to 5 that are active. But if you want a minimum of 3 active legs growing deep. And if you duplicate $1,000 in customers and 250 BV with your 3 brand partners, and they do the same thing, and then 3 under them do it, you got just 3 levels deep. You'll be almost a blue diamond. 3 levels deep, 3,927 brand partners, each doing 250 BV and 1,000 in customers. That is about 45,000 in BV that you're going to have in your organization, just 3 levels deep. So think about what you're asking people, what you're doing. All of our goals should have a minimum of 1,000 in customers. And if you can teach people to do something that you're doing, simplicity is what network marketing is about, you all. If it starts getting complicated, then the average Joe can't do this. And in successful network marketing, it's about the average, just good person who has a job, who wants to have a vision of having another residual income coming in. That's the people that we're looking for. Just good people like you, like us. Some lady gave me a flyer sitting in a restaurant 38 years ago about a pack in their company. That first company, changed my life forever. It was a 10-cent flyer on a pack that they had. It was before computers. To this day, I thank that woman for giving me that little flyer because she took the time to listen to my conversation. She overheard me talking about nutrition. So I'll just say to you all, talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. You're all such great people. People want to talk to you. Okay, I'm done.
No, yeah, we have to close this call, but I'm going to leave you with this. Take a look at this. What is the money that you want to make? How much money do you want to make so that way you can stick with us and you can keep building with us? Share it with your coach, with the person that is I'm going to call it a coach. Okay. Share it with your crown. You want to come and share it next week with us? Come and share it with us. Show us your circle. Show us who you're gonna mimic, who you're gonna follow, so that way you can get to crown, to 2-star crown, to 5-star crown. I will show you next week who am I following and what's my vision. Because let me tell you, it feels pretty damn good that you just get paid, and then the next month you get paid again, and guess what? You haven't not even spent the money that they pay you the month before. And then goes on. And then I'll show you how to invest the money. I give you tips on how to invest the money so you can make extra money. You can make extra income. Okay, so have this in front of your computer, and the other stuff that I tell you. You have to know your numbers. So anything else before we close the call? Michael, Ra, Carolina, thank you. Anything else? No? No? We'll see you next week. We're going to continue talking about money and how to get there, how to get to diamond. In my opinion, that's the core of our business, Diamond. Diamond, so that way, guess what? So that way people can say, Diamond, I can make $1,500 a month. And from there, they can make 2,500, and then they can make 5,000. And then they can call us and say, guess what? I'm not working anymore. That's the dream about so many people.
Again, it's simple duplication. If you're not keeping it simple and you're duplicating with what you're sharing with people, you make it too complicated. And on that note, we'd like to wish everybody the happy, you're thinking about the new year now, and you're making your resolutions, and you've got this cleanse that you're starting on the 6th, right, Lucy?
The group cleanse on the 5th.
Yeah, so start really driving people to that, and get your thoughts together about what your goal is as we approach this new year. And hey, happy new year to you all. Blessings and blessings.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy
Bye.
New Year. Bye-bye.